And some more questions have come in. So, we're going to Kent this time, first up. When looking for qualities of a new city administrator, would you prioritize public sector experience, private sector experience, or some combination of both?
I think it's important to have some combination of both in there. As being a public sector employee myself, I learned a lot from working in private sector. I worked almost 5 years in a major retail store and worked up through the ranks, was a supervisor, managed a staff of about 30 people. But managing local government is a different beast, per se. It's you deal with things that you would never really deal with in the private sector, but you deal with things in the private sector that can really prepare you for moving into the role of a public sector employee. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mary Kay, when looking for qualities of a new city administrator, would you prioritize public sector experience, private sector experience, or some combination of both?
I think public sector experience is the most important. I think private sector experience would be an added benefit, but I think the candidate would have to have a good experience in public sector. I think they would have to understand how cities work. They need to understand how ordinances work and all of the rules involving, open meeting laws and all of those types of things that are different in public sector jobs as opposed to private sector jobs. There's dealing with the different unions involved. There are a lot of different areas where it's important to understand exactly how the public works, and also the responsibility that we have towards the entire citizenship and not just maybe a smaller constituency that would be available or that you might be responsible for in the private sector. But I think the public sector experience is really, really important.
Thank you. And Linda, when looking for the qualities of a new city administrator, would you prioritize public sector experience, private sector experience, or some combination?
A combination of both. The private sector would allow them to know how to deal with how the smaller businesses or communities run. But the public sector, they have a wider variety of experience. That way they would know how to deal with the larger aspects of things, not just 3 or 4 people. We need to deal with an entire community. We need, unions and whatnot, how to deal with them.
Thank you. Question number 10, and Mary Kay, we're back around to you to lead off. If money were no object, what one thing would you have the city do to make Pine City a better place to live?
This last summer I attended the League of Minnesota Cities convention, and one of the speakers talked about having fun and how important it was to have fun in the cities. And they listed different things that different cities did. One had little bronze mice that they put all over the city, and people would go on scavenger hunts to find them, or things to attract businesses in. Another one said if you have a condemned building, before it's raised, maybe you want to have a paintball, just let people throw paintballs at it, just to have fun in a town. And I think that if money were no object, that would it would be fun to just do some fun things for this city of Pine City. My other thing that I would love to see, if money were no object, would be lots and lots of trails. We have one small trail now, and from all reports that I've had, people really enjoy it. If you haven't been out on it, make sure that you go out. It's out behind the high school. And they really enjoy that. It would be great to be able to expand the trail. Trails are extremely expensive, but it would be something, if we had lots of money, that would be fun to do. And of course, the most important thing, if we had lots of money, would be to do all the road repairs that we need to do in the city, because those are extremely expensive, and we need to do lots and lots of road repair and complete road infrastructure and that type of thing. So lots of things if there was an unlimited budget.
Okay, Linda, if money were no object, what one thing would you have the city do to make Pine City a better place to live?
I would like to see a community center made with a pool, so that we can have our youth go in. Swimming lessons could be there. Yes, we have a beach, but now this would be in the winter time. We have someplace for our youth to go, so that they don't have to spend time out on the streets or look for something to do.
And Ken?
Also,
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Also, expanding programs for youth and expanding programs in Pine City that can give kids things to do, give folks things to do in the wintertime. Our winters are long and cold, and there's not a lot to do other than go ice fishing, which is a great hobby, but there's a lot of folks get shut in their homes for about 6 months a year.
Thank you. If they'd asked me, my one thing to do to make Pine City a great place to live would be to move it to Texas. Okay, last go around. Last question, Linda, you're up first.
Okay.
What do you see as the solution for future City Hall space, where it is or elsewhere?
Elsewhere, we need to build one. It would be ours, we wouldn't have to rent it. Yes, it's going to cost money, but in the long run, it would be ours. We are not paying any rent, we would be in control of it.
Thank you, Ken. What do you see as the solution for the future City Hall space? Where is it? Where it is or elsewhere?
For the future of the City Hall, I do see the Pine Government Center as a very viable space. I know the options have been tossed around about buying, whether or leasing or building a new building. I personally believe that where they are right now, where the City Hall is right now, we're getting a great deal. Even if rent doubles, triples, there's so much staff that is offered to us by the county that maintains our boilers, that's maintaining upgrades that are going to be made to the building in the next few years, infrastructure systems that are placed by the county. I think it would be unfortunate to have the City Hall move away from downtown Pine City, as I can't think of anywhere off the top of my head where it would go downtown Pine City right now. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mary Kay. What do you see as the solution for future City Hall space, where it is or elsewhere?
I'm a proponent of keeping the City Hall where it is. I think the building downtown is the building that everybody sees when they come into Pine City. It's the cornerstone. It's the center, and it's downtown. We have a strong. It gives us a much stronger downtown area because of that, and it has such a historical background to it, and it promotes the history of Pine City, promotes the culture of Pine City, and it gives us a central focus to our town that I think is really important.
Thank you. That brings us to the end of our questions and the end of our time. Let's express our appreciation.